This is What the Puck is going on for March the 3rd, 2026. I am Stephen Murray, nephew Dave. Dave Metzger will be along here in just a few minutes. And now we pick up where we left off before the Olympic break, before our about a month-long hiatus since we've had this show with the incurring Olympics. And we are back now to continue on with the rest of the regular season through the NHL playoffs with this program every Tuesday. And as we get to the playoffs, we will expand this programming as well. So welcome. This is your Tuesday look at the National Hockey League. And let's get caught up all the way around, people. Hopefully everyone's had a good Olympics. Everyone's ready for spring as the bulk of the winter has basically passed us at this point. So let's go ahead and take a look at the standings.
Crosby, not seeming to regress at all. You know, if you're a Capitals fan, you're looking for Pittsburgh and New York to start losing some games, and they're just not doing it right now. They are, you know, each night that I check in on them, it seems that they're winning games. So if you're below them, you know, the margin for error is almost none right now. So the East is just jam-packed, Steve.
All right, and again, just to recap that real quick, I can't tell if we had a slight audio issue on this end or not, Dave. We might have lost the audience there for just a minute. But let me cue up these standings one more time just to briefly go back through them. As of course, the internet wants to be a pain in the complete ass today here. You know, you buy all these upgrades and you know, there's the mess you get. So again, right there, conference-wise, Carolina sits at the top. Boston is your 8th spot, and then trying to crawl into the active things, Washington, Columbus, Philadelphia, and Ottawa. Everything a logjam in between. Over there in the West, Colorado is your number 1 with 89 points. The division was a little bit tighter, Dave, here a few weeks ago. Coming back from the Olympic break, but Colorado seems to have pulled away just a little bit. I got big futures on Minnesota, but they lead Dallas by 6 points now, and the Wild, with their 2 losses in a row, they haven't gained any ground with Colorado winning their last 2. So now Minnesota, who are just 5 points back, find themselves 9 points back. Vegas would be your number 4 right now. Anaheim would be your 5th. Again, Anaheim just 1 point back of Vegas. Seattle, very nice, 3 points back of Vegas in that division as well. Utah would be your 7th. Big game with Utah and the Caps tonight. As we have a great slate of games, to be honest.
Yeah, it really is.
66 points for Utah. 66 for Edmonton would be the safe zone. And then after that, we have 3 teams with 62. San Jose, who's been fantastic, although a little bit cold of late. Nashville was making a surge, but they've cooled off a hair. The Kings have definitely cooled off. All 3 of those teams with 62. And then Winnipeg fighting for their lives with 56, but they've gained no ground. Calgary is not doing themselves any favors. 55 points for them. And everyone else is just on the bad losing spell at the moment with Chicago, 2-6-2 in their last 10. St. Louis, 3-6-1 in their last 10. And Vancouver, losers of 6 in a row now, 1-7-2 in their last 10. So the West taking a little bit more better shape here than the East, Dave.
Yeah, absolutely. You can kind of see things coming together here. The Central has tightened up a bit. You know, Colorado was not playing their best hockey there into the Olympic break. They seem to have fixed that. Nice win for them against LA last night, 4-2. Dallas looking a bit stronger. They absolutely thumped Vancouver last night. And I tell you what, Steve, the Pacific, you know, that's up for grabs right now. You have Anaheim right there. I have a big futures ticket with them to win that division, along with Pittsburgh to win there. So things not out of the realm of possibility there. Seattle is a nice story right now, but I'm going to go ahead and say this, Steve. If they don't make it, they're going to get very, very close. But I think they're going to slide in, and that's San Jose right now. I know they're 4 points back of a wild card, but just something tells me, you know, that they're going to start surging a little bit. I like that team, good, young, fast, and skilled. So that's usually a good recipe there. So keep an eye out for San Jose to make some moves here. And I really love Anaheim in the Pacific, Steve.
Yeah, obviously great young talent with both of those teams. We've talked about plenty. Celebrini with San Jose, Olympic star himself from Canada, and then Seneca as well with Anaheim, and Gauthier with the Ducks as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at the injuries just real quick. I got the daily injury report up rather than the teams So let's just get a couple things out of the way. Notable names. Zach Rowinski right now with Columbus is day-to-day with an illness. Same with Rupe Hintz. Arturi Lankinen with Colorado. Big goal the other night, but now he's going to miss about a week, it looks like. Darcy Kemper, illness as well. The flu running rampant through a lot of these teams at the moment is kind of the word there behind the scene. Mark Stone, upper body injury, reevaluated here in a few days. JT Miller with the Rangers will be out about a week. Travis Konechny, who's had a great season for the Flyers, he is now day-to-day with an upper body injury, so we'll pay attention to that. Ryan Lindgren, undisclosed for Seattle, so we'll keep an eye on that. Let's see here. John Carlson for our Capitals, lower body injury for him. He's going to be out here at least the next couple of games. John Gibson left the game early yesterday for Detroit, upper body injury for him, and that win at Nashville, the big win on the road during the day yesterday. Matthias Janmark, undisclosed. He's going to be out for a few weeks now for Edmonton. Joel Armia, key injury for the Kings as they try to hold on to their season. Reevaluated in about a week. Shea Theodore, illness for him, day-to-day for Vegas. Let's see, anything else sticking out? Florida has a few issues with injuries. Seth Jones among that. Be reevaluated here in a few days as well. So that time of the year, Dave, everyone's kind of gotten a little bit of a break if you weren't involved in the Olympics. But again, a war of attrition. And we've seen it before. I mean, Florida didn't have enough bodies to last up against Vegas a couple years back by the time they made it to their final hoist of the Stanley Cup. So injuries can play a factor here down the road. And obviously, fitness will become a key thing for that and team's success, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. That break came at a good time for some teams. So we're going to get, we're going to get some interesting stuff coming down the home stretch here.
Yeah, even like a team like Washington getting Luc Dubois back, you saw the impact he had, scoring a couple of goals in that one game. So a team like Washington can ill afford any kind of injury to their team at this point.
Yeah, yep.
All right. Why don't you take the slate over? Let's see what we got.
All right, let's see what we got here. We will start. All right, why not? What a better spot. We'll start with Utah coming into Washington, taking on the Capitals. Your number here, that is your over-under I'm speaking of, is 6.5 plus 105 for the over, minus 125 for the under. Utah is going to be plus 105 on the money line, while the Capitals are minus 125. Let's take a look at these goalies tonight. Vamelka in goal for Utah and Thompson in goal for the Caps. That is the matchup that I would expect out of this game, knowing where these two teams are. Every point just crucial at this juncture. So, Steve, I don't know. I expect this to be a playoff-style game. I'm going to go under 6.5 at minus 125. Why does this game scream 3-2 to me? Maybe the Capitals squeak one out with great goaltending from Thompson and just enough scoring to win the game, because that seems to be their issue right now, is they're just not scoring a lot of goals. And I got to wonder if they're going to make a move at the deadline. Time will tell on that here shortly. But, Steve, again, playoff style here, I'm going under 6.5.
All right, yeah, I expect this to be a fun matchup. I expect the Capitals hopefully to defend home ice here. If they can tack on that empty netter, Dave, you're getting 2-1 on the puck line here at home for the Capitals, which is a very juicy price.
Oh, yeah.
So, and that is a team that is has done very well at getting that empty net goal when given the opportunity. So I'll lean with the Caps here. I'll take a chance. We'll lay the goal and a half at plus 194.
Ooh, I like it. All right. Next up, we have Vegas is in Buffalo to take on the Sabres. We got another 6.5 here, plus 105 for the over, minus 125 for the under. The Knights are plus 114 on the road, while the Sabres are minus 135 there at home. Goalies tonight, Alex Lyon in goal for Buffalo, Akira Schmid in goal for Vegas. Steve, I'm not so sure, honestly, about goaltending in Vegas. It's just doesn't give me the warm and fuzzies there. I think that's a little bit of an issue for them. Give me the Sabres at home, minus 135 on the money line.
Dave, I'll lay that buck and a half again at plus 172 here with Buffalo. Kind of kicking myself on Saturday. I decided to take a chance with Buffalo minus 2.5 at Tampa Bay, and they went out to a roaring lead, 4-0 in the first period, and then completely coasted home with that, an easy winner for the Sabres. So they have looked more than the part here to be able to do some damage in the playoffs against one of the East top 10 teams over the weekend. Now they're home to defend home ice. I know it's the old Malinsky special where you don't try to take the team who's been on the road coming home, getting some good rest, getting comfortable in their beds. And now here comes Vegas, who's kind of fighting and clawing to hold on to their life on top of the Pacific in that division. But I do like the way the Sabres have just been so consistent and not really letting their guard down. They've answered the bell many times here when they're posted the challenge. So I'll take the Sabres at home here, and I'll parlay them. I'll add them to that parlay with the Capitals right now. If you want to lay a puck and a half with both of them, you get near 7-1 odds right there at the moment. So the Sabres playing good hockey, and I'm going to continue to ride them until the wheels fall off, Dave, I believe.
Yeah, I love it. Again, you mentioned the Sabres, just the consistency. There they are. I think they're getting in this year. How much noise can they make to be seen? But I like them right now. I think they're a team that you can trust here in the betting markets as of right now. Next up is, this is a double-edged sword if you're a Caps fan or anybody below them in the wild card race. Well, maybe not anybody, but if you're Columbus, double-edged sword as well. Pittsburgh is taking on Boston. This one's in Boston. 6.5 is your number. Minus 105 for the over. Minus 115 for the under. The Penguins plus 100 on the money line on the road, while the Bruins are minus 120. Let's see here. We have some goalies. We got Swayman in goal for Boston and Skinner in goal for the Penguins. Oh, man, Steve, this one is tough. I feel like just the way things have been going, for some reason, Pittsburgh has the edge right now. I wouldn't be scared to play them on the money line on the road, plus 100.
The Bruins have been a nice team for me at home. They've been able to cover the puck line in several circumstances as well. I'm not going to be completely sold yet in the Penguins post Sidney Crosby injury, although they've looked decent and they blew out Vegas 5-0 here over the weekend. Boston has a lot of mojo at home here. I'm just going to imagine this is going to be a tough spot for Pittsburgh. And again, I'm getting 2-1 to lay a goal and a half. I get it. It's hard to get these teams to cover a puck line. But, man, if you put Buffalo, Washington, and Boston together, now we're getting almost 23-1 on our money. I think it's going to be worth a shot to me. Give me the Bruins at home as they defend home ice well, at least for me, and they paid off in the past. So I'll take the Bruins.
All right. I like it. A little difference here. That's okay.
Yep.
All right. Florida taking on the Devils. You got to think this is all hands on deck, maximum effort here for Florida. as the defending champs are trying to keep any hope alive. It's not looking great for them. I'll say that. The number here tonight is 5.5, minus 130 for the over, plus 110 for the under, minus 115 on the money line for the Panthers, minus 105 for the Devils. Let's get some goaltending here. Markstrom in goal for the Devils, Bobrovsky in goal for the Panthers. And Steve, I think there's some better plays on the board here, man. I really do. I would expect the Panthers to win this game, knowing that, here it is. Another couple losses are just going to really put us out of the race here. And the Devils have been,
they've been a little
really
bit of
to
a
write
fade
home
trade.
about.
Yeah, they've been a good fade, to be honest.
Yeah, they have. And so, maybe there's a play in here with the Panthers. But if we're looking at this slate tonight, Steve, I think there's just some other plays better on the board.
Yeah, Florida still has to prove it to you that they're worthy of taking your money for a bet. But I am with you. I will lean Florida. I wouldn't bet anything besides the money line. But that's good enough here, minus 118, where you don't need to get extravagant with a puck line or a 60-minute line if you're looking to fade Jersey. So slight lean for Florida for me. But like you, I'll likely just stick to the better plays on the board.
All right. Nashville, they're in Columbus to take on the Jackets. Your number here tonight is 6.5, plus 100 for the over, minus 120 for the under. We got the Preds at plus 120 on the money line. The Jackets minus 142 at home. Let's see who the goalies are tonight. Ottoman is in goal for the Preds there, and Jet Greaves, good old Jet Greaves, in goal for the Jackets. And Steve, I don't know, the fight and the claw back, or not back, but to win that game last night for the Jackets, I got to feel that took some energy. This is back-to-back nights. The Preds, you know what, maybe this is the one you go against the grain, with the Preds getting lucky here, catching the Jackets on the back-to-back. I would maybe consider them plus 120 on the money line, but I think my overall play here would be the under 6.5 at minus 120.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad play with the under in this game. I watched that entire Predators Red Wings game yesterday. Red Wings were very physical with Nashville. I don't doubt there are much bump and bruises there for Nashville going on the road now for both of these teams having the back-to-back. Columbus blowing it big time, but able to get away with it in overtime and getting the full 2 points. Probably a nip and tuck game because the Predators have been kind of feisty here as of late. But I think the Blue Jackets can keep it rolling here and then win this one at home. So I'll take Columbus minus the 140. The puck line is tempting with these other guys. I mean, let's just see what the payout is. If we do Boston, the Caps, the Sabres, and the Blue Jackets, we're now getting 65 to 1. So maybe $10 to win 650. I'll have to donate to the pile just in case. I don't want to miss. I don't want to miss the train if that happens.
Sure. All right, Steve. The Blackhawks are in Winnipeg to take on the Jets. 5.5 is your number here. Minus 120 for the over, plus 100 for the under. The Hawks are going to be plus 136 on the road, while the Jets are minus 162. The goalies for this game tonight, Spencer Knight in goal for Chicago, and Hellebuck, the gold medal champion for Team USA, in goal for Winnipeg. And Steve, I got to tell you, I think in this one, give me a 60-minute line with the Jets at plus 100 at home against the Hawks. I do think there are better plays. I wouldn't get overly invested in this one, but if you want something at 8 o'clock here, I think there's a chance for a Winnipeg 60-minute line.
I think I like Winnipeg here. I'm going to expect them to put up some sort of a charge here towards the end of the season. The Blackhawks can't score worth of crap, and that's going to be a bad recipe against Hellebuck tonight. I think if you want to lay the goal and a half here with Winnipeg again, not the worst thing in the world to take a shot with at plus 154. So I'll take the Jets.
All right. Dallas is in Calgary to take on the Flames. Your number here tonight, 5.5. Dallas is on the back-to-back, so that's worth noting. Minus 108 for the over, minus 112 for the under. I got the Stars at minus 135 on the money line, while plus 114 for Calgary. And if you've been listening to the show, Calgary has been an absolute burner at home if you've been betting against them. So maybe tonight is not the night to do that with Dallas on the back-to-back. I still think they win, but I think the bets here are better plays. Casey DeSmith in goal for Dallas and Dustin Wolf in goal for Calgary. Steve, plain and simple, this is a game the Stars should win against a inferior opponent, but crazy things happen here in these NHL games.
Right.
I'm going to steer away from this one a bit. As odd as it is to not take Dallas over Calgary, they've burned me at home all season long, so I'm going to learn my lesson and turn away from this one.
I can't blame you. Dallas was able to get 5 goals last night in Vancouver. Granted, it is against the Canucks. I'm not going to rate Calgary much more higher than Vancouver. I think Dallas, even on the back-to-back, fortunate enough to have these bad teams to play against. Let's face it, this is a better back-to-back scenario than having to play in altitude versus Colorado and Utah or something like that. So where all these teams are kind of grinding here at the moment, I'll take the Stars here. I'll be reluctant to lay that puck and a half, but I'll take it at minus 137.
All right. Ottawa is in Edmonton. Take on the Oilers. 6.5 is going to be your number here. How about this? A minus 148 for the over. That's almost unheard of number right there. Plus 124 for the under. Plus 100 for the Senators on the road. And a minus 120 for the Oilers at home. Something tells me that this could be an Ottawa win here. Connor Ingram is going to be in goal for the Oilers, while Linus Allmark is in goal for Ottawa. I like the goaltending matchup in favor of Ottawa. Steve, give me Ottawa on the money line, plus 100.
I agree with you, Dave. The Edmonton has been a letdown, especially between the pipes. The Senators, much like last year, surging here towards the end of the season, and they've been playing nice. They've been playing very good. I'm not going to jump in front of them at the moment. This will be a no play for me, but I would lean with Ottawa, like you say.
All right. Here's a really good game. This might be the one of the evening. Tampa is traveling to Minnesota to take on the Wild. Over under here, 6.5, plus 105 for the over, minus 125 for the under. Tampa is minus 142 on the road. How about that? Minnesota plus 120 at home. And we're going to need to see some goalies for this one. Gustafson is in goal for the Wild and Vasilevsky in goal for Tampa. So I think Tampa has the goaltending edge here. Steve, this is every bit of a playoff game. Give me under 6.5 at minus 125.
This will be a no play for me, but definitely the game of the night, like you say. That perhaps a Stanley Cup preview even. These two teams are worthy of making deep playoff runs in their respective conference. I'll be keeping eyeballs on this, but a no play for me. I think under might be the best call, since it is kind of going to be kind of a tight, maybe physical kind of game for both of these teams. And to try to win is going to take a lot of energy against one another. So 6.5 might be too many goals here. Maybe if I have to have any sort of a play, I'll lean with the under, but I think a pass overall.
All right, yeah, I do like the call of the under. It just kind of has that feel to
Right,
it.
yes. This has every bit of 3-2 either way.
Right. All right, we're moving pretty nicely here. We got 2 games left, a penalty box and a goal scorer. So we should be able to get out of here in a good time and get some tickets in and get out of here for puck drop. So we have Colorado taking on the Ducks tonight. This one's in Anaheim. 6.5 is your number, minus 135 for the over, plus 114 for the under. You're going to have minus 148 on the money line for the Avs on the road. And the Ducks at home are going to be plus 142. Let's see the goalies tonight here. Dostal is in goal for Anaheim, while it's going to be Wedgwood for Colorado. And I'll tell you what, this is going to be another one that just kind of feels like you should go against the grain. Colorado on the back-to-back. Yeah, not a far road trip there in California. So maybe fatigue not quite as much as an issue. But, again, it is back-to-back. The schedule's compacted. At some point, that's going to start making a difference. I like the Ducks, plus 124 on the money line. They really answered the bell the other night in a game where they were down 2 goals to Edmonton going into the third period, and they just exploded on them and beat them up pretty good. So, Steve, I'm gonna go against the grain here. I'm gonna go Ducks taking advantage of a back-to-back. Give me plus 124 on the money line.
I will. Take the Ducks here too, Dave. The Lankinen injury kind of feels a little interesting to me. I'm going to take another interesting angle as well. I told you that the other night I took 2 points each for Beckett Seneca and Cutter Gauthier. I know it's not pronounced Gauthier. That's just the way it looks. That's the way I pronounce it. Plus 724 for 2 points each. They only had 2 goals, but Gauthier had 2 points and Seneca had 1 point in those 2 goals. So if the Ducks are able to get 4 goals, 5 goals on the board even, then I like the chances for both of these guys to actually have 2 points. They see a ton of ice time, as much as anybody in the NHL. And it's plus 724 for both of those guys to have 2 points. So I will take a shot on that as well, and I'll lean with the Ducks in this game.
All right, I like it. I'm right there with you. All right, so what the heck happened here? Sorry, 1 second here. Last game of the evening, we have the Montreal Canadiens out west taking on the San Jose Sharks. Over under is 6.5 at a minus 120 number. Plus 100 for the under. We have minus 135 for the Canadians on the road. The Sharks are plus 114 dogs at home. Goalies tonight, Yaroslav Askarov in goal for San Jose, and Jacob Dobesh, I believe is how that's pronounced, for Montreal. Steve, one thing and one thing only here. Give me that over 6.5 at minus 120. These teams both have the personnel to absolutely get it going. We could see 8 or 9 goals here tonight.
Dave, that hasn't even crossed my mind. That sounds like perhaps even the best play of the night, to be honest. Absolutely, both of these teams can light it up here on the scoreboard, especially Montreal, who's having as good of a season as anybody out there as far as expectations go on how your team may do throughout the whole season. Montreal has checked every box, just like Buffalo, just like Detroit, kind of in a way. Montreal has been fantastic and a very, very good game. I agree with you. This has every bit of 9 goals written all over.
All right. Well, that is the slate here, man. What a good slate we have here. Lots of good options, lots of good plays here. Maybe have a fun Tuesday. Don't get overly invested. That's not what I'm saying. But
I have a feeling I'm going to get overly invested now that I'm going through.
Throw a little money in that account and have you some fun on a Tuesday night because we got a really good slate for it. So Steve, do we have Sounders back yet?
We do, but I didn't. The computer number 2, I did not plug in. Apparently, the battery's dead, and I don't have it charging with a. I need to get a permanent charger cable for it. Apparently, so no Sounders, Dave.
All right, no Sounders. All right, Steve. Let's get into the penalty box here. We'll go ahead and do that. And I'll go with I'm going to go with the Devils, honestly. Just not a team that's wowed you this year. I don't know what it's been for them. I know they've had a few injuries this year, but I can't say that that's been the whole problem for them. I think they're a team that was expected to be much more towards the top of the division, maybe even competing for a title, and it just hasn't happened for them this year. Tough game for them tonight against the defending champs who are not going to roll over and give it to them. So I just, not the worst team in the league, but Steve, something tells me that the Devils are deserving of the penalty box.
I'm going to go ahead and throw in, let's see here. I want to take a look at the schedule first and see where we're at. Yes, here we go. It sets up tough for Vancouver. You find me the wins because they're going to be very far and few in between. But they'll get Carolina tomorrow night. Vancouver will. Carolina will be on a bounce back scenario. They'll be at Chicago, which is obviously a winnable game, but on the road. They'll be at Winnipeg. Again, you expect Winnipeg to kind of make a surge. And that's a Saturday night game for them. So a tough spot for Vancouver there. They'll get Ottawa at home on Monday. They'll be on the back-to-back with Nashville. Again, a scrappy team. They'll be at home. They'll get a break for a couple of days and get I'm sorry, not a back-to-back with Ottawa and Nashville. Nashville's actually on a Thursday. But they'll get Seattle at home, Florida at home. Long home streak here for Vancouver. Look at this. Florida at home, Tampa Bay at home, St. Louis at home, Anaheim at home, and the Kings at home. So really, I just see the Blues as a winnable game. Maybe even Chicago and Nashville, but it's going to be slim pickings with everything else. They still have Calgary on deck later on. But then, I mean, it's going to be a murderer's row of everyone in the Western Conference after that. Colorado, Minnesota, Utah, Vegas, Anaheim, Edmonton, all on that list. So Vancouver, where they sit now with just 18 wins, I would say that you'll be hard-pressed to see them the rest of the season get more than 5 wins, I would say. So I think 23 wins is their cap. If that's the case, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. That should be about 16 losses. And a good shot here, I think, to fade Vancouver here the rest of the season.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you. Very well put, Steve. All right, we got some goal scorers tonight. I'm going to go with a little.
And let me add to that, Dave. Just not to interrupt you real quick. I'm sorry, but
no, you're good.
Here's the recent losses by Vancouver: 6-1 to Dallas, 5-1 to Seattle, 3-2 in overtime against Winnipeg, 5-2 to Vegas, 5-2 against Utah. So this is a team that is now losing by margin.
Oh yeah, absolutely, Steve. It's been a hell of a tough road for them. So we'll see if they get rid of some more pieces too at the trade deadline, kind of try and retool for next year. So yeah, very, very well put there, Steve. I wouldn't think you'd see them winning. So maybe look out for them. That's a team that you can really try and put some good fades on. So my goal scorers tonight, Steve, are going to be Pierre-Luc Dubois. Why not? He's been hot for the Caps. Tage Thompson. there for the Sabres, Tim Stutzel for the Ottawa Senators, and then we'll round things off with that game of the night with Braden Point for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Steve, we got 84-1 for that parlay. You want to throw a little $10 down, you're going to be looking at $850 if you can get these four guys to find the back of the net.
Text me to that, Dave, so I don't forget that as I'm looking at things. I'll go ahead and take Fantilli tonight for Columbus. I'll take Pasternak there for the Bruins. I will take 2 points each for my guys on the Ducks, Seneca and Gauthier, and then also let's see, anyone else I want to add to the list here? Go ahead and give me you know what? We're going to go ahead and take a Jet tonight. We'll go ahead and take Scheifele tonight for.
Oh, I ain't mad at that. Yeah.
So if we take Scheifele at plus 160, we'll take Pasternak at plus 120. You know who else has been fantastic too? And he's number 2 on the list is Morgan Geekie for the Bruins.
Yeah.
A fantastic goal scorer of late. He's plus 175 tonight. I'll go ahead and take. Let's see. It'd be interesting where Werenski's actually listed here. He's not. In fact, all the goal scorers are off the board for the moment for me for Columbus. So I don't have an actual line on Fantilli. I'll have to pay attention to that. Go ahead and I'll add on a Sabre as well. Go ahead and give me Tage Thompson plus 135, the favorite there for the Sabres. So I'll take Thompson, Pasternak, and Scheifele, pending Fantilli, but I'll get 12-1 on these three guys.
I like that, absolutely. All right, Steve, I think we found our way through the slate. We got some goal scorers. We got some teams that aren't doing very well. Standings as tight as they can be. We've covered that. So this is a great time of year for the NHL. Very, very exciting stuff going on. So before we get out of here, we got some Friday soccer paycheck, correct?
Yep. Well, actually, no games this weekend, so no paycheck.
Oh,
no paycheck. But there might be the dawn of a new day on a new podcast, Dave. We're gonna have to discuss that. Perhaps looking at some PGA Tour at a very unique angle I've been playing with the last few weeks with not specifically outright winners or even placement markets, but the 2 and 3 balls, which are basically the daily head-to-head matchups in the groups that are paired together at the same time. Seem to have found a productive little angle there. In golf, it's hard to win because you got to beat a lot of people. But in this little 3-ball dealio that I got, you only need to beat 2 other golfers. And you get a nice price if you can find a nice parlay of 3 or 4 of them together. You can get plus money basically on all of them. So we might have to experiment with that to be determined. And the paycheck shall return next week, and we'll go ahead and do a puck again next Tuesday.
all right. Well, I think that's going to do it for us. The broadcasting, Deep End Broadcasting Network here on a Tuesday night. Plenty of NHL action. We've got about 12 minutes to puck drop. So we'll let you go, get you out of here. Thanks for tuning in. Everybody have a good evening, and we'll see you next week.
Yep. Good luck, everybody.